Well, as I said, why does a snake bite? Because it's a snake. So the new topic of the day, we know this year's going to be a difficult year. He's going to use the pen in ways we haven't perceived. Congress is going to challenge it. It's going to be in the courts. We're going to challenge it. But as predicted, this is what he believes.
So tell us a little bit about your thoughts concerning, I guess there's two elements here. First, the executive order and his recommendations to the legislature today. Let's start with the executive order. What are your thoughts and critiques of that?
Well, it's outrageous. He looks at any opportunity to support his agenda. And his agenda has always been control guns. If he'd focus on the real danger, which is Islamic terrorism, if he'd focus on actually saying it, Islamic terrorist organizations, it would be helpful. It'd be helpful if he focused on Iran and took action on Iran as Iran launches ICBMs in clear violation. But yet he's focused on a domestic agenda, and it's an overreach. It's going to be challenged. I think there's a couple areas that are particularly dangerous. One is technology, that the government is now going into the business of developing gun safety technology. That can't be good. Secondly, more funding and more power to the ATF. And you remember the ATF already has banned certain types of ammunition, et cetera, more paperwork. In Montana, we have gun shows. They're magnificent. I think I've been to almost every one of them. It's gun collectors and gun enthusiasts getting together and showing support of their hobby, their support, and their right. And I think this president is showing that he believes he's a tyrant, that he believes that all of a sudden we're not a democracy, that his power doesn't come from the people, it comes from himself, and we're going to push back. Congress is going to stand.
Now, I understand that obviously a lot of the political candidates are already outspoken against this, but when it comes to the people in the House, are there already discussions underway as to what some of the responses might be?
Well, we're certainly going to have a whip meeting tonight, which I'm a member of, and I'm sure it will be one of the top priorities on this. But it should not be unexpected. I think this president is bound and determined to continue his agenda in violation of the Constitution. I've often said that I think this president is lawless, unconstitutional at times, and he continues offering that. Congress will use the power that we have, and the courts will, I think, in the case of the Second Amendment, challenge it. And we'll go from there. But I think this is going to be a view of what 2016 has in store between the executive and the legislative branch. And I think America, needs to choose wisely our next commander-in-chief and president.
Do you think that the executive actions are unconstitutional?
Well, certainly, as we look through them, I think it's an overreach at best, unconstitutional in the way I read the Second Amendment, shall not be infringed. That's pretty clear to me. The right to bear arms is the right to bear arms, and it is an individual constitutional guarantee. And I think when you infringe on that by either making paperwork or designing technology that prevents the purchase and use of a firearm, that I think rubs strongly against the Constitution.
All right. Congressman Zinke, thanks so much for your time, sir.
Hey, you're welcome, and I look forward to it. This will be an exciting year.